Dawson Blake Mizell, 3 Robinson, Matt Kirsch. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you. What's up?
All right.
Solo.
We are live now on YouTube as well as Instagram. So thank you, Whisper Nation. This is our weekly lineup show going live every Sunday morning at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, buddy.
And Travis, a lot of news that came out this morning. We'll just start off the show briefly, letting people know. If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, Antonio Brown has been released from the Patriots, and he tweeted out this morning that he will no longer be playing football. So
That's
all
right.
those people who, I went live when this incident happened on Friday, and I just told people, drop them, pick up other people. There's better players on the waiver wire that I'm higher on that have upside, and so
that we know are actually going to play.
Right, exactly, and so. If you did that and you were able to pick up a stash, good for you. Hopefully it works out today. If not, if you haven't dropped him yet, it is safe to drop him and go ahead and pick up a guy. Maybe Rex Burkhead, Big Travie, who if we want to
we just picked up Rex Burkhead in the Whisper Nation Listener League because, look, James White is his wife's about to have a baby, so they gave him a personal day off here. And Rex Burkhead's a great start today, just based on the fact that the Patriots will be running the ball. They're heavy favorites in this game, and we've seen Burkhead be mixed in quite a bit, even in the Pittsburgh game, and then last week too. So Burkhead's been a great start. So, or not a great start, but he should be a great start today, given that White will be out, because all the receiving work should go to Burkhead, given that we haven't seen Michel get involved in the receiving work at all since he's been there.
Absolutely.
We're already getting some questions in here, so let's. CK Null, should I give Ross a shot this week or stick with Adams, Ridley, and Woods? Yeah, I wouldn't be starting Ross over Adams, Ridley, or Woods. I think you got a solid trio of wide receivers there, especially all those guys. Adams is obviously a lock. Ridley should be in a decent game in a dome, and then Woods is in a shootout against Cleveland tonight. So I really like all those plays.
And Denzel Ward is out as well. So
Ryan Trejo asks Mike Williams or Aguilar. I'm going Aguilar here just based on pure volume. Mike's still dealing with that knee, so we really don't know what kind of snap count he'll be.
Alshon is ruled out.
Yep, that's a good point because they were optimistic he would be able to play.
Yeah, and another thing, deep, if you need a tight end stream this week, I actually don't mind Dallas Goedert. He has been ruled active for this game. They are very short on pass catchers. Look, Ertz is going to eat today. I wouldn't be surprised if he walked away from this game with 15 to 16 targets. But Goddard is someone that I think could also be placed in your lineup as a nice little sneaky play. And I think that he could get the job done for you today if you have a tight end go down or, you're not confident in your matchup.
It's an interesting note you talk about Ertz here. Well, coming into the year, you and I were a little bit more down on Ertz just based on the weapons around him. Mm-hmm. That fact is negated now with all the weapons being hurt.
Right.
Ertz should see the volume he saw last year, which was astronomical compared to the rest of his career. So we really like that. Michael.Bowling 2000. Who should I start in a PPR league at flex? Josh Jacobs or Robert Woods? What are you thinking there, Johnny?
I would go with Robert Woods on this one. Listen, I'm concerned with Josh Jacobs this week. He's dealt with the flu or some kind of sickness. He talked about how he lost 10 pounds because he was so sick. Even if they were putting an IV in him and all that stuff, he's still not going to be 100%. You could see a little bit more of Washington into this backfield or some of these other pass catchers. And I mean, Jacobs could get some volume, but I think the safer play here is Robert Woods and the shootout, like you had said on Sunday night.
Yeah, speaking of that shootout, we're getting a question here. How do you feel about Baker going against the Rams defense? Listen, guys, if you caught our show, which you would if you had subscribed to us on YouTube, so go ahead and do that now. Click like and subscribe over there. But we talked about Baker this week, and we talked about it maybe being a make or bake, if you will, with Baker. Because, look, he's had 2 weeks now to get it figured out. They hit the long bomb to OBJ last week. Let's get this offense rolling. We know that the Rams have been tough against the quarterback, but Aaron Donald is a little shaken up. We could see this game. It's got a high over-under. We could see this game be a nice Baker OBJ game. So I feel confident rolling Baker out there. We still had him in our top 10 in our rankings this week, just based on matchup, based on, the weapons he has.
I like that one. So we got a couple here on YouTube, on our YouTube stream. Rock out, RB2, full PPR, Duke Johnson or Darwin Thompson, or pick up Justin Jackson or Burkhead or Latavius Murray.
I like Burkhead probably there, full point PPR.
I do.
Maybe?
Listen, I'm full believer in Darwin Thompson today. I think he is going to get used a lot. You have LaShawn McCoy dealing with that ankle injury. Don't know his entire usage there. Darwin looked great in the preseason. Listen, and Travis and I like to talk about we've been rambling, going back and forth on whether we want to start Darwin this week or not. Listen, for me, I'm starting Darwin in every league that I have him, that I can fit him in my lineup. Darwin Thompson is a guy that, listen, if I'm not going to start him this week, what's the point of having him right now? Because the situation is probably not going to get very much better than this unless he gets the full outright job, which
people should know about the weather too here, Johnny.
Yeah.
We're talking about a lot of rain, wind. This could lead itself to that game. I did see that reports were saying that by the second half it should clear up, but at least for that first half, I think that running game is going to get really involved here. I think Darwin's a good bet to keep it going.
But I like what you said, the Burkhead matchup here. If you have a guy to drop, I don't mind putting in Burkhead there. I think he's going to get a lot of work today in that Jets game. So I don't mind you getting Burkhead and playing him either.
Yeah.
But I like the upside of Darwin Thompson. I just think that he could go off today. We have another one here. Start Mark Ingram or Chris Godwin, standard league. Ooh, that's a tough one. What do you got?
I'm probably rolling with Godwin here. He's been too hot. It's a pretty cake matchup against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Ingram's been kind of out-snapped and out. He's gotten his carries reduced a little bit by Baltimore, more than we thought. But, I think these are both good plays. I don't think you're going to be angry either way, but I think Godwin's got the guy locked in for me.
Here's the other side of it, too, as well, for the Mark Ingram. We have not seen Mark Ingram really be a super big factor in the receiving game. This could be a different game script than Baltimore has faced their first 2 weeks. So they could be throwing a little bit more. You could see a little bit more of Hill in there today, see what the rookie has. He's presumed to have that more of the catching down back role for Baltimore. So I got it. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I would be going with Godwin here. I was starting to read the next comment. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. So we've got a couple over here. I wanted to make sure we didn't lose here. How do you full point PPR? I have the choice between one or the other. Combo of Andrews and James Washington or Ertz and Metcalf. I'm gonna take Ertz and Metcalf here. Although I do love Andrews, Ertz is gonna see a lot of volume. Metcalf has been legit for them, and James Washington we just don't know with the rookie quarterback. So give me that second combo.
And
how comfortable?
Metcalf has looked great so far.
Yeah, exactly. How comfortable are you starting Kyler this week? We didn't have him in our top 10, but we have him as a guy that's going to be throwing 50-plus times a game, or 40 to 50 times a game, and you want that for volume-wise. So
at home,
a lot of good weapons. Yeah,
I
like it against maybe a dejected Carolina team with Cam not playing. So you could see this game swinging the
I'm gonna
Cardinals'
call it
favor.
here, dude. Right here on the show, Arizona Cardinals going to get their first win today.
Oh, feeling it, dude.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny woke up feeling dangerous here.
Try. All right.
So full point PPR at flex, Dave Montgomery
or Adam Thielen. Oh man, this is a tough one here. Travis, I'm probably leaning towards David Montgomery. Yeah, there's going to be the risk there, but I think that he could get again another 18 touches in this game. Adam
full
Thielen,
point PPR, you're taking Montgomery over Thielen?
Full point. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that part. Yeah,
I'm gonna take Thielen, but
yeah.
I understand the excitement here for Montgomery here for sure, because we saw last week him get those 18 touches in the running game and then a few targets in the passing game. So yes, I'm with you, Johnny. I think the rest of the season you're firing up Montgomery and you're feeling good about the work he got last week after Nagy wasn't so cute. Let's see, we've got Randall Cobb or Demarcus Robinson PPR. I'm going to take DeMarcus. I want every part of that KC offense at this point right now. 52 point over under.
Over Randall Cobb and against Miami. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I know it's a little tougher than it would seem, but I think that what happens in these Miami games is a couple guys get their work and then the running game gets going.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens here. Can you nail it down to being Cobb? I'm not so sure, but it definitely could be. If you're looking for the upside play, I think that's fine.
Well, and I think that DeMarcus also probably has a higher ceiling at this point than Cobb as well, if you're looking at that. So I would roll with DeMarcus Robinson.
So I just received some news here about the offensive holding. Basically, the NFL held a conference last night with their referees to try and get them to start calling these offensive holding a little bit more and get these flags thrown a little bit more and more, when it's happening, not let these things go by. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, we don't love when the refs get involved either way, but we want the game to be fair and we want it to be equal and we want it to happen correctly. So for fantasy reasons, you know how we do. You root, and then you get that touchdown, and you say, please, no flag.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Please, no
That's
flag.
like the first thing that you look for. It's like, oh, please don't show a red or yellow flag on the field somewhere. He said he has Sammy Watkins.
He has Sammy Watkins. So you may want to.
I would still play both.
Yeah.
I think I would still – in this case, you're talking about one of the best offenses that we've ever seen. And, again, it doesn't limit his floor. I would still roll with DeMarcus there.
Yeah, I feel that. All right.
Do you want to?
So we did have Devin Singletary out with a hamstring. So Frank Gore, fire up Frank Gore against that Cincinnati defense. It's just been a porous defense toward running backs.
Oh man, they're just giving up an RB1 and 2 every single week. They're like, here you go, fantasy owners. This is a gift for you. So. Definitely start Frank Gore with confidence. I love the Frank Gore start this week for sure.
Obviously, we talked about James White being out, so fire up Rex Burkhead, fire up Sony Michel even with more confidence against Miami because, look, James White is not going to be there, so you may see even more red zone opportunities for Sony Michel this week. We've got, obviously, Daniel Jones. The Daniel Jones era is starting here.
Do you have confidence in their pass catchers there, Travis? I know that you've been battling Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, I wanted to start Sterling Shepard in a way, but I also want to wait and see on that. I want to see who he favors. He is good in preseason, but that is preseason. Let's see. Robinson start 3. Aaron Jones, Marlon Mack, Mark Ingram, Larry Fitz. Full point PPR. I'm starting Larry Fitzgerald. I'm starting Marlon Mack and Aaron Jones. Those are my 3, Johnny. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, I would agree with all 3 of those guys.
Just because, look, the backs, Lamar Jackson's play style, he has never running backs. He continues to not do that. And I think in a full point PPR, you're going to get a lot more work from those other guys than you are from Mark Ingram.
Man,
especially
Fitz is dialing it back this year. He's been looking great.
Exactly. A little blast from the past. Jay Beeler, 20. Marvin Jones in his flex, Jarvis Landry, or Matt Breida. I kind of want to go Matt Breida. I don't know if this is full point PPR or not, but I think I'm leaning Breida here. Those backs have been so good for the Niners in these games, and I think they're a favorite here in this game, so that should play well for the running game. Let's see, country_croc_. If Emmanuel Sanders has a big game today, is he a must-start moving forward? Look, we had him in our top 10 this week, Country Croc. We believe that, he's got 20 targets through 2 games. He's got 7 red zone targets, leads the NFL in red zone targets. Flacco, when he finds a guy, he locks in, and this appears to be Flacco's guy in this offense. So, continue to roll out Manny there.
We had
Seattle defense or Rams defense today? Johnny, what are you thinking there? I'm thinking Seattle, right?
Seattle.
New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm going to go Seattle. Teddy Bridgewater is presumed to be the starter there. They will mix in a little Tatum Hill, but I would go with Bridgewater at least coughing up 1 interception, maybe a couple. I don't think he's explosive enough to really scare you, so I would definitely roll with Seattle's defense. Greg Olsen or O.J. Howard PPR.
Ugh.
Tough one here. What do you got, Travis?
If Cam would have been playing, I would have said Howard or Olsen, but I think Howard's matchup is there.
Yeah.
If you can stomach it, roll him out 1 more week, but I don't mind if you play Olsen either. Listen, I said in the article I wrote this week, I'm staying away till OJ till he proves it to me again. So I don't mind if you need a bench him.
If O.J. Howard does not do it against the Giants, I don't think
The
he'll do
ship
it.
might
No.
have sailed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Seattle or Tampa's defense this week? Well, Seattle is at home. Is Tampa at home too?
Yes, Tampa is at home, and so I'm
gonna go with Tampa here.
Yeah.
I just trust Sean Payton to have the Saints ready more than I do New York and Daniel Jones.
100%, and Todd Bowles making that defense look real nice over there.
It has looked decent.
Yeah, so you gotta like that as well. Let's a couple more
Anything else
questions
on YouTube?
here. No other questions currently on YouTube, but I just want to say Mark Andrews is in fact active today. You will roll him out. Start him with confidence. Any other big names that like I said, Alshon Jeffrey, he is out. Fire up Nelson Aguilar. Fire up Ertz. Singletary, we mentioned that. Let's see. Do you guys like Hollywood today? I'm rolling him out there. If I've got him, I'm rolling him out. Listen, rainy day in Kansas City, I should say, but he's got speed and they'll get him the ball. They'll figure out ways to get him
Hollywood
ball.
seems to be a must start regardless of what's
Lamar
going on until he's
targets him
not.
so much. Him and Mark Andrews are his 1 and 2. And so I think that moving forward, I think we are going to every week. I think that Hollywood is going to be a wide receiver 2 with wide receiver 1 upside.
Yep, I agree. Couldn't agree more.
All right, he said, let's see. Greg Olsen. We got another Greg Olsen. How common? So we will let Whisper Nation know that rookie quarterbacks that come in tend to. Now I know that Allen isn't a rookie quarterback over there for Carolina. This is his second year, but they do tend to lean on security blankets. Tight ends is that position, and so Greg Olsen. Yes, I understand the injury concern is there. He also has Austin Hooper. So Greg Olsen or Austin Hooper. I would probably lean Austin Hooper in that scenario. Travis.
Yeah, I would agree there.
All right.
Deep league, would you roll the dice on J.J. Arcega-Whiteside? Listen, if you're feeling like it, yeah, he's got red zone capabilities. I know that he didn't see a lot of looks, but he ran pretty much the most snaps of those wide receivers last week. So he was out there. He just needs to get acclimated with Wentz. And he will fill a void from Alshon of a deep red zone or a big, tall red zone threat in there.
And not only that, but now that Alshon is out, Darius Slay should slide over to Nelson Aguilar. And then that would leave Arcega on the number 2 corner over there. Emmanuel Sanders, if I could talk, or Allen Robinson, half-point PPR.
Give me Manny. I'm loving Manny Sanders.
Yeah,
until
ride
otherwise
that wave, man. He's been destroying it. I'm not gonna doubt the guy anymore. The guy's been fun to watch, so I roll out Emmanuel Sanders.
And if that Packers defense is legit as it's been playing the last couple of weeks, Manny seems to be the only guy you'd be out there.
All right, we got an Instagram message right now. So Adam Thielen or Mike Evans, 40-yard bonus point. I don't think I would still go with Mike Evans. I would go with Mike Evans there.
2 wide receiver PPR: Diggs, Moore, Sanders, Aguilar. Give me Sanders and Aguilar, I think, here. Moore I don't want to touch because of the Cam situation, and then Diggs, I just don't know that I can trust that passing offense any week if it's going to be Diggs or Thielen. There's not a lot of volume. They seem to be happy running the ball.
Agreed. Is Devin Smith a smart start today if I don't have a set flex PPR? I don't mind this here. I think that Devin Smith could have a possible touchdown in this game. Listen, this is a high.
Slide right into the Gallup roll there.
Exactly. And we saw the connection he had last weekend with Dak. I definitely like that spot start if you need a guy. I think Devin Smith fills that role. He has good upside, so I would roll with him. All right, Big Travie. I think that's it.
One more.
One more.
Nick Chubb or Larry Fitzgerald on flex.
You know what's crazy is, when we
PPR,
first read this,
give me Larry.
When you first read this, it does seem like a little chuckle, like, why would you do this? But Larry Fitzgerald has been looking great in what is presumed to be a really high scoring game today. in this air raid offense, and Nick Chubb has kind of been slumping a little bit, but I would still roll Nick Chubb here over Larry, unless it's a PPR league. If it's not a PPR league, or if it is a PPR league, I would go with Larry because I could see him
Yeah.
he needs 10 catches in order to pass Tony Gonzalez on the second all-time receiving list. I think the Cardinals are going to try to get that done today. So I think a big game for Fitz today.
So we've got James Conner in a PPR league for Devonta Freeman.
James Conner.
Yeah, I'm taking Conner here. Freeman has not done a lot yet. His worth. Crappy running back question coming. It's getting loud in here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Cohen, Justin Jackson, or Philip Lindsay?
I'm going. This sucks. I would go.
I'd probably go Lindsay.
Lindsay, yeah.
I think Lindsay's got the best shot at volume out of these three, and he's probably got the best shot of a red zone carry or a red zone target. So yeah, roll with Lindsay there. And I think that's it for us, Whisper Nation. John, you got anything else for the nation today?
Nope. Just make sure you check out our latest show on YouTube. Please like and subscribe over there, as well as go over to our Instagram page and follow us on Instagram if you aren't. TF.
Yeah, listen, guys, if you're on YouTube right now and you got a few more minutes, watch the 2-minute drill by Austin.
Yep.
That'll get you caught up on a bunch of news in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
He goes through every fantasy relevant play.
And if you're on Instagram, just go to our stories. I posted it to our stories this morning, so you can check this out.
Fantastic.
It's pretty fantastic. All right, Whisper Nation.
All right, guys. Look, good luck this week.
Hope you all get a W. Until next time.
Yeah.
That's Big Travie. I'm Johnny Game Time Hicks. And we'll see you next week. Good luck this week. Take it easy. Peace.